Hello everyone. Welcome to this video on how to create a dashboard for hospital management. A hospital management dashboard helps users monitor real-time hospital operations, track key performance indicators, and make smarter, data-driven decisions. It helps healthcare professionals and administrators save time, improve operational efficiency, enhance patient care, and optimize resource utilization. Real-time insights and customizable views also enable teams to collaborate effectively and ensure high-quality healthcare delivery. First, let me create a new dashboard and name it Hospital Management Dashboard. Next, I create a data source using PostgreSQL and enter the required connection details like name, server name, port, username, password, and database name. I click Connect, which opens the Query Designer and enables the code option, since I already have the query. I enter the query and click Run to see the values retrieved from the database. Save the data source. Next, I add a combo box to the dashboard designer, which allows users to select the hospitals. Now, let me customize its properties. I name the widget Hospitals and add the hospital name in the assigned data. Next, I click the Enable Multi-Select checkbox in Basic Settings. Disable Persist Virtual Selection and Filter. Title Auto Font Size. And change the font size to 16 in the container appearance. I add another combo box, name it Specialization. Then I add a date picker widget to the designer page and name it Date. I add the admission date. I enable range, limit dates, and highlight available date in the basic settings. I also disable Title Auto Font Size and change the font size to 16 in the container appearance. Next, I add a number card and customize its properties. I name the card Admitted Patients. To calculate the admitted patients, I click the Add Expression button, provide the name and expression, and click Save. I add the inpatients column in the Measure section and admission date in the Sparkline section, changing this column from year to day. I enter the description as Sparkline shows trends for the admitted patients. I change the horizontal alignment in the Appearance section to center, disable Auto Font Size, and set the font size to 32 in the Measure section. Then disable Auto Font Size and change the position from bottom to top. I click Enable Animation in the Animation settings, change the image mode to fill in the Image section and Background section. Then choose the Sparkline color in the Sparkline section and disable Allow Maximize View in the Container Actions. Next, I add a bar chart to display patients by specialization and customize its properties. I name the widget Patients by Specialization and add an expression for outpatients. Then I add inpatients, outpatients, and specialization. Next, I change the chart type and axis to stacked bar for inpatients and outpatients. I click Enable Animation. Show Value Label in Basic Settings. Disable Interactivity. Change the position to top and change the shape to Series Type. Next, I change the text width to 34 in Legend settings. Disable Show Axis Title in the Axis section. And choose the bar color for inpatients and outpatients. I disable the auto font size and change it for legend. Legend title. Value label. Category axis label. And primary axis label in the font settings. Disable the title auto font size. And adjust the font size in the container appearance. Next, I add a number card to display the doctors and customize its properties. I add another number card to display the average length of stay. To calculate the average length of stay, I have to add the expression for days in the hospital and total discharges. Next, I add the expression for the average length of stay. Next, I add another number card to show readmitted patients. Next, I add a card for KPI to show the bed occupancy rate and customize its properties. I name the widget Bed Occupancy Rate. Inpatients in the actual value. And total beds in the target value. I change the direction to low as good in color settings. And disable auto font size in the title section. Next, I click Enable Animation. Change the type to % of target. Color option to direction color. Disable auto font size. And change the font size in KPI value. Disable both auto font sizes. Change the name to occupied in left value. Disable both auto font sizes. Change the name to total beds in the right. Next, I add a radial gauge and customize its properties. I name it Readmission Rate. Add the expression for it. And add the readmission rate in the actual value. I change the type to half circle. Change the maximum value to 100. And click the Enable Animation in the basic settings. Change the needle pointer for value pointer and pointer settings. Enable Show Ticks. And change the ticks position. Scale label position to inside. And change the scale width in scale settings. I click the Show Range in range settings. I set the range for range 1 from 0 to 25. And do the same for range 2 and range 3. Disable auto font size for actual value. And change its size. Then disable the title auto font size. And change the size in container appearance. Next, I add a tree map to display average treatment cost by age group and customize its properties. I name the average treatment cost by age group. I add the cost and format it to currency. I add the expression for the age group. And drop the age group in the column. I enable the Show Value label in Basic Settings. Change formatting to Advanced. Choose Individual. And click Save. Then disable the title auto font size. And adjust the font size and container appearance. Next, I add a line chart to show the patients by week and customize its properties. I name it Patients by Week. I add inpatients and outpatients in the value. Add admission date and format it to week year. I click Enable Animation, Show Value Label suffix, and enter suffix value as patients in basic settings. Change the position to top and shape as series type in legend settings. I disable both the show axis titles. Choose the label overflow mode as hide. And change the show primary value axis of minimum value to 0. Enable category axis in grid lines. Change the color and formatting. And disable auto font size. And change it for legend. Legend title. Value label. Category axis label. And primary axis label in the font settings. Then disable the title auto font size. And adjust the font size and container appearance. Lastly, I add a grid widget to show the upcoming appointments. I customize its properties, naming it Upcoming Appointments. Then I add doctor's name, specialization, appointment date, patient ID, and appointment status. Next, I enable Fit to Content, vertical grid lines, allow cell selection in basic settings, enable summary in summary row, customize the column alignment in column settings. I format the appointment status by clicking the advanced settings and modifying each statement's color. Then disable the title auto font size and change it in container appearance. Now everything is ready to preview the dashboard. I click Preview. See, the dashboard is rendered in preview mode. Once the dashboard is created, you can publish it by clicking the Publish button. In this video, you have learned how to create a dashboard for hospital management. If you found this video useful, please click the like button. Subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.